insisted on shooting this film as real as possible, and you've always been someone who responds to abandoned, weird locations. And what was the first reaction that you know, oh, it is the one?
Yeah, it's a very gut thing. I love when we were looking at where to shoot this, and we came across this little old mining town outside Toronto. It's about 4 hours outside Toronto, called Sudbury. And I got there, and as soon as I got there, I was like, oh, I felt the vibe of the place. And I was like, this is Raccoon City. This is exactly where I want to set the whole thing. So we moved there, and then I would just like go around every day on my bike, and I would cycle around the place taking pictures of all the abandoned buildings and everything. And I'd be like, okay, let's go here, let's have a look at this, let's do this. And it's just I would just get very excited by this kind of, it was a slightly dying town, you know, it was an old mining town. Part of it was very run down, and I just got very excited by these old buildings, and it really inspired the whole movie. So yeah, it's a real gut thing of like, it's like an art critic would have staring at a beautiful piece of art. I get when I'm staring at an old abandoned factory or old school or whatever. I'd be like, oh, this is like, yes, here, let's go film here, let's go film there.
From the orphanage, RPD to Spencer Mansion, and Jonas insisted on using real sets. And how was it to step into those creepy sets, and which one is your favorite?
Yeah, it was amazing. It's actually really rare nowadays that you get to build real sets. A lot of the time it is computer generated. But like you said, Johannes really wanted it to feel like the games and to feel real. And as an actor, that's amazing because you get to touch the walls and smell the smells, and especially the orphanage, which we actually shot in an abandoned boys' school. And it really did feel creepy. There were still old beds in there and old picture frames, and it had a very strange atmosphere about it. And I think that really helped us in the scenes in that location.
Well, the amazing thing was he went to Capcom and got the blueprints so that he could make them as accurate as possible. And I'll never forget stepping into the Spencer Mansion for the first time, just in that front room, in that foyer. It just is straight out of the video game. And it was one of those pinch me moments where I'm like, geez, this is so cool. I mean, I was here in my basement, 25 years ago, and now here I am standing there in real life making the movie.
And there are so many details, Easter eggs for the fans. So which one amazed you the most?
I just thought, the sets were unbelievable, but I really enjoyed, I was sitting in the laboratory and there were green and red and blue herbs behind me, which were straight out of the game. They're never talked about, they're just there. And I just was like, this is just a nice touch. It seems so obvious, but they're just there and they're so great.
We have to contain this.
I heard that you've been scared by the zombies of set too, right?